Hello and welcome back to Fort Myers, Florida. I'm Jim Flanagan here on the Softball Premier Network. This is the 3 o'clock game just underway. Bear with us while we collect our lineup cards. Not only the players in spring training mode, but the skippers a little slow getting lineup cards turned in for this one, so we'll do a little bit of it on the fly. It's Loyalty, a team that played in the Peligro Cup tournament last year in New York City. They are largely Venezuela players here in the U.S., swinging a miss on a rise ball. Justin Schofield back in the circle for the Gremlins. For Loyalty, it is Luis Munoz leading off. Billy Horacio, the extra hitter, hitting second. Elvis Masurubit will bat third. And meanwhile, that one's fly ball out to center field. That looks like Lucio Retamar, the newcomer from Argentina to this Gremlin squad. So he makes the first out of this 3 p.m. game. Gremlins coming off a 7-0 win over the AWP Lumberjacks. This is their second game. They'll play another tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. against the Toronto Batmen. Each team playing 3 games in pool play, followed by the playoff round. Our umpires in this one, Dave Sheldon, the veteran umpire behind home plate, also wearing the umpire cap camera that we have come to appreciate, giving you a little different look at balls coming into the plate. Greg Pohl from St. Louis over at first base. And John Hand from Chicago over at third. So Hand and Pohl were our umpires on the 1 p.m. game. They have just traded sides. Again, Sheldon behind the plate, Pohl at first, and John Hand at third base. Laced into center field for a base hit. That's Billy Horacio. So an infield single gives Loyalty their first hit of the game. And we'll bring Elvis Masurubit to the plate. Masurubit, the center fielder for this Loyalty squad. 8 teams, 2 pools of 4 teams each. And as we said, many of the very top ranked teams in the world. Numbers 1, 3, 4 from last year. Add in 7 and 9. 7 and 10 with AWP and Toronto Batmen, and you've got a pretty good collection of talent on the field to start things off here in the 2024 season. So Olacio is now down at second base. Wind's blowing a little bit from home plate out towards right field. Lifted out into shallow center field. Coming on to make a nice catch is Lucio Retamar. So we missed one. That was Diego Munoz, I believe, as we try and catch our scorecard up. In any event, 1 hit in the inning for Loyalty. They leave a runner. No runs in. We've played a half inning. It's Loyalty, nothing, and the New York Gremlins coming to bat. We'll be back with more great action from the USA Softball Winter Classic right after this.
Tener seguro es imprescindible. No más preocupaciones por el dinero. Enfócate en lo que realmente importa, tu salud y tu familia. Marca 855-777-2111. 855-777-2111. El equipo de Latin Pro Insurance te ayudará a conseguir el mejor plan al menor costo, incluyendo cobertura de enfermedades preexistentes. Latin Pro, nuestra prioridad es tu bienestar. 855-777-2111. Condiciones y restricciones aplican, basado en el mercado de salud.
Home half of the first inning in this matchup, a 3 p.m. local start time. Loyalty, as we said, largely players from Venezuela, taking on the world champion New York Gremlins. In the circle is Gustavo Gustavo Valdez, who hails from Culiacan, Mexico, I'm told. Wearing a mask over his face, as many of the pitchers have started to do. Safety's sake, ball's coming off the bat pretty hard. So Gustavo will be in the circle for loyalty. Behind the plate, Moise Cuello doing the catching. Bear with me while I add him to my lineup card. Just getting it in before the first pitch. So Cuello behind the plate and Valdez doing the pitching. Defensively in the outfield for loyalty, Gennaro Dubois in left, Elvis Mazarubit in center, Eric Alvarez over in right. Around the infield, Diego Munoz at third, Luis Rojas at short, Luis Munoz at second base. And to this point in time, they have not listed a first baseman, so we'll see how that shakes out. They do have somebody playing the position. We'll have to find out who that is. For the Gremlins in the first inning, it'll be Retamar again at the top of the order. All he did in his debut as a Gremlin was go 3 for 3 in the last game. It'll be followed by Jerome Remeke. Remeke left the game with a slight injury, coming around first. Tripped, it looked like, or caught a cleat. Back in the game to start in this one. He'll be at third base. Cole Evans playing at shortstop. He'll bat third. Eric Ochoa at first base. He'll hit fourth. Zenon Winters fifth. Blake Hunter sixth. Brian Avery seventh. Nick Mullins, the DP in this game, will bat eighth. Meanwhile, a foul tip off the bat of Retamar. And Tane Mumu will be back at second base. So defensive changes for the Gremlins from the first game. It's Gonzalo Masmu in right field. Zenon Winters will be in the lineup. He'll be the EH, or the extra hitter. Blake Hunter moving from DP to catcher in this game. And that means Mullins in the eighth spot will be the DP. Hard grounder, two-hopper to second base, making a nice play to get to it is Munoz, but he can't hang on to it. So aboard once again is Retamar. He has been on base all day long for the Gremlins. Tough chance over there. I think probably an error in my book, but only because he got to the ball and caught it. I think safe to say if he had made the throw, he has Retamar, but one can differ on that opinion. Here's Remeke, or Remeke, if you will. Jerome with a big start to the 2024 season, picking up right where he left off in 2023. He had a single, a double, and another single. 3 for 3 on the day. Scored 2, drove in 2. So same old for Jerome. As we said in last year's 36-2 season for the Gremlins, Remeke at the top of the home run leaders, RBI leaders, batting average, hits, double, extra bases, you name it. Just off the plate, away from the left-hander. Umpires, as we said, Dave Sheldon behind home plate, Greg Pohl at first, and John Hand over at third base. There's that umpire camera we talked about. Gives you an up-close and personal look. High hopper to first, makes a nice play, goes to the bag and gets the out on Remeke, then throws to second. not able to handle the chance out there. And Redemar alertly moving over to third. Let's watch the replay. Hard shot to first. And the unnamed first baseman making a real nice play on it. As we said, a lineup card from Loyalty not showing anyone playing at first base, but a nice play nonetheless. Redemar now at third, and Cole Evans will step in. Good over-the-top drop from Valdez. Just off the plate outside. Evans 2 for 2 in the first game for the Gremlins today. Had himself a 2-run double in the first, RBI single in the second, and then walked. So living up to his laurels as the MVP of the World Tournament. There's a base hit and another run driven in. That one just to the left of Diego Munoz, not able to get to it. So Cole Evans with an RBI single. Redemar coming home to score. And the Gremlins are on top 1-0. So 1 out and 1 on. Ochoa is the batter. Eric 0 for 3 in the first game, but gets a charge into that one deep to center field. Goodbye. All they can do is watch that one. 2-run homer by Eric Ochoa. His first hit of the 2024 season, a big one. Coming around to score is Evans. And right behind him, jogging home, is Eric Ochoa. 2 RBI home run to straightaway center. Not unlike the ball Nick Mullins hit out to end the last game. That was a walk-off home run to make the score 7-0. So Valdez was working around the edges, got a little bit too much of the plate with that one. And Ochoa getting his first hit of the season in a big way. So 3-0 Gremlins. It'll bring Zenon Winters to the plate. Zenon, the EH or extra hitter in the Gremlins lineup in this one. Right down the heart of Main Street for a called strike. Zenon, an extra hitter that any team would be happy to have. Just missing inside. Winters lays off. Zenon 0 for 2 this morning. Had himself a walk in the first inning. He will be selective. Always looking for that pitch he can drive. That one's underneath the bat. Good drop change by Gustavo Valdez. Comes inside and hits in. Looks like it might have caught his elbow. Down in pain is Zenon Winters. I'm thinking elbow funny bone or not so funny. Came way inside on him. Time is called. We'll wait and see, but Zenon obviously in some pain. There we see it. Oh, inside. Holding his right arm, so I think it was the elbow, just kind of a stinger. We'll see if he stays in the game. Maybe not. He's going to give way to a runner at least. We'll see if he stays in the game. But, boy, that one caught him just in a bad spot right on the elbow. So it'll be Ian Sagdahl, one of the new members this weekend for the Gremlins. Ian will take his place at first with good speed. For Gremlin fans, if you missed the first game, we mentioned that Sagdahl is a pickup for the weekend, hails from the Washington State area, and had 7 years in the minor league system for the Washington Nationals. So some very fine ball-playing credentials. Younger brother of Pat Sagdahl, longtime member of USA national team. Making the jump now is Ian to the men's fast pitch game. Ian finished up in Double-A ball in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and then after COVID, gave all the teams a timeout, found himself playing in Winnipeg, Canada, and then later Mexico. So the new chapter to his ball-playing career for Ian Sagdahl, starting here in Fort Myers, Florida. Little changeup down in the dirt, coming on to make the play. Up with it in time is Luis Rojas on the 6-3 put out. So Hunter is retired. 2 outs in the inning. It'll bring up Brian Avery. Avery, one of 3 Gremlins to have a home run in that first game. It was their 6, 7, and 8 hitters, Hunter, Avery, and Mullins, all with home runs. Avery's came with nobody aboard in the second inning with 2 out. A shot to left field, left center field. Little curve way outside. Good movement, but off the plate.
Are you Jim Flanagan?
Yes.
Can I say hi to my dad, Norman Ames, on the live stream?
Ball off the plate inside.
Do you know Norman? I'm his daughter.
And that one's off the plate, taken for a ball. So Brian Avery down to first base. And Nick Mullins will step in. He's the DP in this game. Normally, of course, doing the catching duties for the Gremlins. Had a big towering home run to straightaway center field. That ended the game for the Gremlins with a 7-0 win as Mullins took them deep and out to center field. So we talked about it top to bottom. Good power on this Gremlin squad. Mullins usually hitting down around the 8 spot, but he'll pop it when he gets his pitch. That one's laced into right center field. It's going to be caught over on the run by Eric Alvarez. Mullins put a good charge into that one, going the other way with it. But Alvarez able to run it down for the final out. But the Gremlins, they get 3. Eric Ochoa with a big home run in the inning. 2 runs in on that one. Redemar coming around to score on Evans' single. So we head to the top half of the second inning. The score, New York Gremlins 3 and the Loyalty Squad nothing. We want to say a quick hello to our friend Norman Ames. That hello coming from your daughter Esme Ames, who is here in uniform over on the right field side watching this ball game. So she wants to say hello to her dad, and we pass that greeting along. Norm, she's in uniform, so we assume that she's going to play here during one of these games this weekend. I'm Jim Flanagan on Softball Premier TV. We'll be back with more great action. Don't go away. Eric Urbaneja, there's a familiar name, Eric Urbaneja, not pitching in this one, but doing DH duties, DP. And Moise Cuello will follow. Justin Schofield back for his second inning in this one. He came on in relief of Jack Basin in the first one. So just continuing on through. Little change drop, missing away. Hard grounder foul up along the left side. The Gremlin defense, again, I don't think we caught it early. We were trying to get ready on the fly for the start of this game, but it's left to right, Abry. In left, Redemar in center, and Gonzalo Mazmu in right field. So Canada, Argentina, Argentina in the outfield. Drop ball, swing and a miss. Blake Hunter will flip it down to Ochoa for the out, and Eric Alvarez retired on the strikeout. The infield for the Gremlins, Rameke at third, Evans at short, Tane Mumu at second, and Eric Ochoa at first. So it's New Zealand, New Zealand, New Zealand, and the USA around the infield. Blake Hunter of Canada doing the catching, and Justin Schofield, also of Canada, doing the pitching. Good hard over the top drop. That one in for a called strike, says our home plate umpire Dave Sheldon. Rise ball, that one stays upstairs, right across the letters for a strike. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Schofield going down and then coming back with a rise. We'll see what he decides on for this one. Big roundhouse rise up and out of the zone. Schofield asking for the appeal on the swing, but he did not. Urbanea at the plate, well known in fast pitch circles, longtime member of Venezuela's national team. Very fine pitcher. Way inside with that one. Looks like it caught him or caught the bat. I think him. No worse for wear. He has a chuckle about it, gives up the bat and heads down to first. There you see it. Yep, caught the maybe the front bill or top of the lid. I thought foul ball initially. I thought it caught the knob, but he's turning away, so it's hard to see where the contact was made. But regardless, he is aboard at first. And Moise Cuello, first pitch swinging, hits one to Mumu. Nice play on the feed to Evans. They can't double up or Cuello, but real nice play by Tane Mumu going to his left. There you see on the replay. Little throw off balance on the run. Evans right where he needed to be. So 4-6 on the put out at second. Cuello is aboard on the fielder's choice. And that'll bring up Gennaro Dubois, the left fielder for Loyalty. Excuse me, Cuello. They've squeezed in an extra hitter on their lineup card, Mr. Lofrano, one that doesn't show up on ours. We'll catch that up. We mentioned unnamed first baseman not listed on the lineup card. Regardless, that is Mr. Cuello down on strikes. We'll catch that up on the other side. 3-0 Gremlins. We'll be back with more as we head to the home half of the second inning right after this. Home half of the second inning for the Gremlins. We are at the 9 spot in the order. That means Tane Mumu. And then back to the top of the, one more hitter, the extra hitter, Gonzalo Mazmu. And then back to the top of the order to Retamar. So New Zealand, Argentina, the first 3 batters for the Gremlins. Drop ball right at the knees for a call. Strike. Good rotation on the pitch by Valdez. And we have solved our mystery as to the missing first baseman for Loyalty. It is Diego Munoz. Grounder out to short, deep in the hole. Up with it, throws just in time. Tane Mumu getting down the line in a hurry. Nice defensive play by Luis Rojas, the shortstop for Loyalty. Here's Gonzalo Mazmu. Swing and a miss on the rise. Away from the right-hander. In for a call, strike on the outside part of the plate. Good location by Valdez. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Mazmu. So 2 up and down quickly for the Gremlins in the second. I'll bring up Lucio Retamar. Retamar has been on board every at-bat today, 3 for 3 in that opener, the win over the AWP Lumberjacks. Lifted out into shallow center field. A beat on it has Elvis Mazarubit for the final outside retired. Quiet inning for the Gremlins. 3 up and down. We'll head to the top half of the third. The score still New York Gremlins 3 and Loyalty nothing.
Tener seguro es imprescindible. No más preocupaciones por el dinero. Enfócate en lo que realmente importa, tu salud y tu familia. Marca 855-777-2111. 855-777-2111. El equipo de Latin Pro Insurance te ayudará a conseguir el mejor plan al menor costo, incluyendo cobertura de enfermedades preexistentes. Latin Pro, nuestra prioridad es tu bienestar. 855-777-2111. Condiciones y restricciones aplican.
Top half of the third inning for Loyalty and a pitching change for the New York Gremlins. Justin Schofield, who through the first 2 innings gives way to one of the newest members of this Gremlin squad, Kuba Osika. Kuba hailing from the Czech Republic with his first inning of work for the Gremlins on the 2024 season. Over the top drop, stays upstairs for a ball. Big hard throwing right-hander. Steps into the shoes, so to speak, of the retired Andrew Kirkpatrick. He is the big pitching pickup for the Gremlins on the 2024 season. Through with the AWP Lumberjacks. He and Marco Diaz both moving on to new clubs in 2024. Good hard drop over the top in for a called strike. Kuba, a product of the junior program in the Czech Republic, stepping up now into the men's game. Had a good year last season with the Lumberjacks, one of the reasons they stayed in the top 10 rankings all year long. Drop ball in for a called strike. Good location. Good rotation on that pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Dubois. That's Gennaro Dubois striking out. First strikeout for Kuba in the game. First strikeout as a Gremlin. Swing and a miss on a rise ball on the inside part of the plate. Shortstop Luis Rojas at the plate. Good movement on the rise ball. Got just a piece of it, did Rojas. Spinning rise curve away from the right-hander. That one started on the outside part of the plate and just kept on spinning away. Wound up about a foot outside by the time he swung. Watch the replay on this one. Like a frisbee spinning away. Good pitch, good location by Kuba. 2 up and down in the inning, 2 strikeouts in the game thus far. High hopper to Ochoa, just foul. This is third baseman Jose Delgado at the plate. Swing and a miss on the rise ball. Osika working quickly, working confidently here in his first inning as a Gremlin. Rise ball gets just a piece of it. That one just starting to elevate as Delgado made contact with it. There's that little spinning frisbee again. A little extra body English by Osika coming off the plate, or off the pitching plate to the left. 1-2 now. Hard drop ball up the middle. Mumu over to his right and back across to Ochoa for the out. Nice defensive play by Tane, cutting off what could have been a base hit up the middle. 3 up and down in the inning, no runs, no hits. Nobody left for loyalty. And Kuba Osika turning in an impressive performance in his first outing as a New York Gremlin. We'll be back with more from the USA Softball Winter Classic right after this. I'm Jim Flanagan on the Gremlins Network. Top half of the third inning for the Gremlins. It'll be 2, 3, and 4. That means Ramaki, Evans, and Ochoa. Zen and Winters would follow if we get that far. Jerome having himself a big day in the first game, 3 for 3. Single, double, and a single. Scored 2, drove in 2. All in a day's work for the big fellow from New Zealand. That one down in the dirt. Pitching is Gustavo Valdez. The catcher is Moise Cuello for this Venezuela rich roster. Little slow roller out to second base. He'll have to hurry just in time. That's Luis Munoz over to Diego Munoz. Well, safe. I take it back then. He was safe over there. Looked like a close play. I thought they were ringing him up. But Jerome with those great wheels getting down the line just ahead of the throw. Nice effort on the play by second baseman Luis Munoz. Cole Evans will step in. Drop ball on the outside part of the plate for a called strike. Evans 1 for 1 in the game. Had himself an RBI single in the first and scored. Drop ball low. Evans 2 for 2 in the first game. 2-run double, RBI single, and a walk. Spinning rise ball, a foot off the outside part of the plate. Drop ball, a good one downstairs, swung and missed by Evans. Hope you're enjoying all of the great video stream from this tournament. Extra feature that you're enjoying at the moment is that umpire cap camera. Gives you a look the same as the home plate umpire gets, mostly. Foul tip along the right side, foul. It's essentially a home plate camera, but up much closer to home plate. We thank the umpires for wearing them. It delivers a little different look for you fans at home. But you get a little closer look at some of the movement on the pitches. We enjoyed it last game with the knuckleballs from Cisco Sabate and Valdi Turkelson. Grounder to short. Over to second they go to get the out on Remeke. So 6-4 on the put out. Watch the replay here. 6-4 and then a fielder's choice. Evans aboard over at first base. Here's Eric Ochoa. Eric, a towering home run to center field last time up. 2-run shot that put the Gremlins up 3-0. That's where we are right now here in the third inning. In for a called strike. We've got some extra players on the field. I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but if you look towards left center, some birds, cranes, or whatever they may be, 2 or 3 of them making their way through the gap in left center. Always something new to see at the ballpark. Maybe Luciano can give us a closer look at those. ¿Cómo se dice birds en español, Luciano? Here's the pitch to Ochoa. Downstairs, gets away from the catcher. That one's going to allow Cole Evans to move up 60 feet. He's now down at second base on the pass ball. Swing and a miss on the rise ball. Not much doubt what Ochoa was trying to do with that pitch. Looking to replicate his swing in the first inning when he hit the ball out for the home run. That went a little bit out of the strike zone. Uncharacteristically chasing that one was Ochoa. Laced into left field, right off the shoulder of the shortstop. Luis Rojas, line shot for Ochoa. He's 2 for 2 on the day in the game. Moving over to third is Cole Evans. And it'll be Ian Sagdahl at the plate. Sagdahl came on to replace Zenon Winters, who was hit by a pitch. Came off the elbow. Sagdahl giving Winters a chance to rest that elbow. So his first at bat, Sagdahl, in this game. Oh for 2 in the first game. Sagdahl, a couple of strikeouts, one on a rise ball, one on the drop. High hopper down to third. They're going to have to hurry to get the speedy Sagdahl. They will not. Base hit for Ian. Coming home to score the fourth run is Cole Evans. And down to second base goes Eric Ochoa. There you see, here's the replay. Sagdahl, not especially hard hit, but it took a while to reach the glove of third baseman Diego Munoz. Excuse me, Jose Delgado, third baseman. Here's Blake Hunter. That one's lifted high, and it'll be out of play over on the right side. Hunter 0 for 1 in this game, a ground out to short. 1 for 3 in the earlier game. That hit a towering home run to right field. That came in the 5th inning. Lifted out into deep center field. No way the ballpark will hold that one. Another home run for Blake Hunter. Out over the plate, got too much of the plate, coming around to score. Ahead of it is Ochoa. So another home run for the Gremlins. Blake Hunter, his second on the day. So Hunter with the home run, Ochoa and Sagdahl coming around to score in front of that. And we've got a 6-0 game and a pitching change. So you can close the book on Gustavo. 6 runs. Two home runs given up, one to Ochoa, and now the one to Blake Hunter. Jesus Sanchez is the pitcher for Loyalty. Jose Sanchez. It was a run rule victory in their first game at the 1 p.m. game against the Lumberjacks, 7-0. We are right on the verge of that as we head towards that 5th inning. Right now in the the 3rd. Already 6-0. Here's Brian Avery. Drop ball stays upstairs. Jose Sanchez coming on in place of Gustavo Valdez. Little foul tip off the screen. Straight back, just missed that one. Avery with a home run in the first game. As we mentioned, the 6, 7, and 8 batters in the Gremlins batting order in the first game had home runs. Foul out of play over on the right side. "40-foot drop down in the dirt taken for a ball. Little extra on that one, well up and out of the zone, taken for a ball. It's got to look like a strike or something resembling a strike to get the hitters to swing. That one well out of the zone. Fly ball out to right field. That one's captured by Eric Alvarez for the out. So 2 outs in the inning. And the batter will be Nick Mullins. Mullins off to a good start in the 2024 season, a double and a home run in the first game. Up and in, taken for a ball. Spinning rise up and out of the zone, taken for a ball. And that one stays upstairs, and Mullen patiently takes the walk. That'll bring up Tane Mumu. Mumu 0 for 1 in the game, a ground out to short in his first trip to the plate. This one his first look at pitcher Jose Sanchez, who came on in relief of Gustavo Valdez after the Blake Hunter home run. Foul ball to the right side, way out of play. That one winds up on the other field. If you're a Gremlins fan looking ahead, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., they'll play their third pool play game. That'll be against the Toronto Batmen. The Batmen, typically a top 10 ranked team in the world, suffered a loss earlier today to the Lumberjacks, AWP Lumberjacks. That was a 4-0 win. And as with a number of the teams missing certain players, Toronto Batmen without the services of their star Ty Sebastian. Big shoes to fill in that batting order. Another foul up and out of play on the right side. So Mumu taking his hacks and peppering the field behind us with some foul balls. Just keep making that contact, kid. There's a good look at that umpire camera. Nice close-up of Tane. Straight back to the screen. Another foul tip by Tane. Ball upstairs. Two balls, two strikes, says our home plate umpire, Dave Sheldon. "30-foot drop. That one bounces in front of the plate, so that'll run the count to 3-2. Mullins off on the pitch, but it's down and in for a ball. So Tane Mumu having himself a good at-bat. Fouled a number of pitches off, but the last couple balls, and he is now aboard with a walk. Second walk in a row surrendered by Jose Sanchez. So Mullins now at second base, Tane Mumu at first. And the batter will be Gonçalvo Masmu. Grounded to two into the hole past the shortstop. Coming around to score as Mullins sliding into third safely, Tane Mumu. We'll get a look on the replay. Looked like it went right in the 5.5 hole, just to the right of the shortstop. Good effort by Luis Rojas, just not able to get to the ball. So an RBI single for Gonçalvo Masmu. So it's Mullins to score. Mumu now at third. Ball upstairs taken by Lucio Retamar. Retamar 0 for 2 in this one, reaching on an error and a flyout after going 3 for 3 in this morning's game, his debut as a New York Gremlin. Ball upstairs. High hopper fouling out of play over on the right side. Retamar fouls straight back to the screen. Still 2 outs in the inning. 5 runs in for the Gremlins. It's an 8-0 score. Scoreboard showing 6, but it is actually 8. In for a call strike on the outside part of the plate. Good location Jose Sanchez, a little shout as he comes off. Got his pitch right where he wanted it. Redemar down on strikes, but not before the Gremlins add 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Blake Hunter, the home run, the big hit in the inning. We'll head to the fifth inning, 8-0. Defensive change for the Gremlins. It is Ian Sagdahl moving over to third base. So Sagdahl moving into third in place of Remeke. Looks like everyone else is staying put. And for loyalty, we are back to the top of the order. That means Luis Munoz, Billy Olacio, and Elvis Mazarubit. High hopper foul over on the left side. The Gremlins picking up where they left off last year. As we said, they finished the 2023 campaign with a remarkable 36-2 record. They won every tournament they played in, including the 2 majors, the USA National Championship, that one in Mankato, Minnesota, early August, and then a week later, wrapping up the ISC World Tournament title, winning 3 games on their final day of that tournament. Swing and a miss on the rise ball. Down on strikes goes Munoz. The Gremlins 7-0 winners over AWP Lumberjack in their first game today. Now on top of Loyalty by an 8-0 score. Little slow roller back to the pitcher. Knocks it down, picks it up, and throws out Billy Olacio. So Osika to Ochoa. The 2 O's have an out. Little spinning rise. You see Osuka, a little body English, coming across his body with that pitch. Trying to coax it away from the strike zone. Make it look like one coming in. Little change up off the plate outside. Hard drop ball, one hopper to Sagdahl, over to Ochoa for the out. 3 up and down, another good inning by Kuba Osika, the youngster from the Czech Republic. No runs, no hits, and no one left for Loyalty. To the home half of the 4th we go. Gremlins on top of this one, 8-0. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Winter Classic here in Fort Myers for the Gremlins in the home half of the fourth. It'll be 2, 3, and 4, and just like that, Jerome Remeke, first pitch swinging, laces a single to right field. He's aboard with nobody out. Second hit of this game, 5th on the day for Jerome. First pitch in for a call strike on Cole Evans. Evans 1 for 2 on the day, an RBI single in the first, and a fielder's choice scored both times. Little slow roller down to third. He'll go to second the short way, but the throw is wide and pulls him off the bag. Everybody's safe. Here, watch the replay if you can see it. Throw was wide to the left, pulled him off the bag. Umpires are going to confer about this one, but it looked from here, anyway, that he was off the bag. That's home plate umpire Dave Sheldon, first base umpire Greg Pohl, and third base umpire John Hand having a conference over towards first base. When the dust settled after that play, Evans finds himself at first on the fielder's choice, and Remeke at second base. And the call is confirmed as safe. So 2 out, nobody aboard. And that'll bring up Eric Ochoa. Ochoa 2 for 2 in the game. That big home run in the first inning. And a single in the third. He scored twice. High fly ball to left field, back to the warning track. Not going to get to it. It bounces up against the fence. Remeke to third, Evans to second, and Ochoa, with a tape measure single, finds himself at first. A long look for us from here. For a moment, I thought it might get out, but he went back to the fence. That's Gennaro DeBoy, made a good attempt at it, just couldn't get to it. And Eric Ochoa is now 3 for 3. Ochoa, one of the best hitters in the game, started out this afternoon with a 0 for 3 performance, but it took him all of a second game to find his stroke. He's now 3 for 3. Here's Ian Sagdahl. Misses inside for a ball. Sagdahl got his first hit of the game, first hit of the day, infield single last time. Grounder to third, showing his good speed. Foul tipped off the screen. Older brother Pat, former member of the USA men's team. I'm sure the USA coaching staff would love to have seen Ian Sagdahl in his youth, but he was busy, shall we say, 7 years in the minor league system for the Washington Nationals. So it's Ochoa at first. Evans at second, Remeke at third. High hopper, just foul on the third base side. We're in the bottom of the fourth, so run rule territory would be Loyalty's next at bat. We are in that position now with an 8-0 lead. Sagdahl with a chance to put it out of reach. Grounder foul, straight back to the screen. We'll do it again. Off the plate outside, taken for a ball. Deep to left field, going back towards the fence at center. Gone. Grand slam home run, Ian Sagdahl. Welcome to the Gremlins on his first day out. Showed some patience at the plate, got a pitch he liked up in the zone and just launched it to straightaway center. Elvis Mazarubit went back as far as he could go, but ran out of real estate. So Sagdahl puts a 4 spot on top of the 8 they had. The Gremlins now at 12-0. And that, I believe, takes us to the other run rule that we hadn't talked about, 12 after 4. So a punctuation mark grand slam home run by Ian Sagdahl in his first day as a New York Gremlin. And New York will advance to a 10 a.m. game tomorrow with a 2-0 record through pool play. 7-0 winners earlier against AWP. Now 12-0 against Loyalty. So they are setting themselves up for a good spot in that playoff round. Pool play will finish tomorrow at 10 and 12. Playoffs begin at 3 p.m. I'm Jim Flanagan on the Gremlins Network. We will see you tomorrow.
Tener seguro es imprescindible. No más preocupaciones por el dinero. Enfócate en lo que realmente importa, tu salud y tu familia. Marca 855-777-2111. 855-777-2111. El equipo de Latin Pro Insurance te ayudará a conseguir el mejor plan al menor costo, incluyendo cobertura de enfermedades preexistentes. Latin Pro, nuestra prioridad es tu bienestar. 855-777-2111. Condiciones y restricciones aplican, basado en el mercado de salud.
Visita la nueva innovación de softball, el sitio web donde podrás vivir los mejores torneos de América, juegos en vivo, noticias, torneos y más. Softball en vivo, donde quieras con la mejor calidad. Regístrate y sé un miembro Premier. www.softballpremiertv.com